All right, welcome to Jack's Junkyard Interview segment. I am your host, Jack Kiesling, and with me tonight is Lo Becker, the frontman of the Becker Band. And this is a guy that I met recently at Disgruntled Vet Fest 2020 in Colorado Springs. He's an awesome guy, a great performer, leads a killer band, and I'm really excited to have him on the show with us tonight. So, Lo, tell us who you are, man.
Yeah, my name's Lo Becker. I'm the owner and lead singer of the Becker Band that I created not too long ago. So,
So you said not too long ago. What are we talking time frame here?
I started the band about it's like August of last year,
Oh,
roughly.
wow. Okay, so almost a year old.
Almost a year, yeah, almost a year.
That's really impressive because you've already played a number of pretty decent sized gigs, and just looking at your website and some of the things that you guys have done, and you've already built a pretty good fan following as well. To do that in a year is really impressive. Is this something you've done previously in other bands, or is this a brand new deal for you?
No, this is completely brand new for me. I actually started playing the guitar about 7 months ago. So I taught myself how to play the guitar. Started writing songs and stuff about 7 months ago, and just been taking off ever since. So
7 months ago. That's
yes.
incredible. Okay, that's just amazing. So, and I know because I've seen you perform that you have a lot of original stuff, and you also have some kind of reworkings of traditional classics and stuff like that. So, if you were to classify the Becker Band in a genre, I think on your website you say you're country rock, but you're also a little bit of outlaw country. Is that an accurate descriptor?
That is, and I wanted to kind of stay with kind of the old school sound of the outlaw country. I love Johnny Cash, some Merle, and just I love those sounds. I'm a rock and roller at heart. Grew up listening to alternative music and stuff, and always kind of drawn to country music and stuff, and that's what just kind of led me into the genre of keeping it more of a country rock and outlaw country.
So no hip hop in your future then. No, that's cool, man. So, okay, I gotta ask though. So 7 months ago, you pick up a guitar, and you're like, "I'm gonna teach myself to play guitar. I'm gonna teach myself to write songs." What prompted all of that? I mean, that's not typically something that people just decide one day, "I'm gonna do this."
No, my PTSD has been kicking in a lot more, and for I got out of the military in 2006, and I just really didn't understand it. A lot of veterans out there, including myself, for the longest time I was afraid to go and talk to somebody about things, and I thought they were going to take my guns away. So there was a real big misconception of what I didn't know, and
Right.
as opposed to what I did know. So I just started noticing that I was developing a lot of bad behaviors. I was getting really angry and irritable. It's more than normal. Started going to see a therapist at the VA, and then she kind of recommended that I started to journal. I told her I hate writing in journals. I've tried it before in the past. I'm like, ugh. And then she asked me, well, what do I enjoy doing? And I said, I enjoy singing. And she's like, well, why don't you, instead of writing a journal, write about, your military experience and stuff like that. You can put the bad things, but you don't have to share it with anybody. But it's at least getting it down on paper. So I started there, and that's where I wrote that first song of Thank 'Em, and it's kind of just taken off through there at that point.
So you started writing songs as that coping mechanism to deal with some of the PTSD and trauma and stuff. Have you stuck with that as your inspiration, or have you expanded out to find new inspirations for your songwriting?
So some of the songs that I have, my dad passed away, and he was a veteran. He served in the Marine Corps, so he never really got it out to a lot of people. And there's some songs that I'm just like, whoa, Dad, what were you thinking? And then there's some songs that I'm like, okay, well, I can take and work with this. And I kind of collaborated with the words, but I don't know how or what his mind was to have it. So I kind of write it in my own words at this point, and take some bits and pieces out. So, and it's just to show my gratitude for his love of music as well.
And what a cool
So
legacy. That's awesome.
my plan was to actually reach out to USO and then plan for next year to do a USO tour. When I was overseas, I was grateful for the entertainment, and we definitely enjoyed that. So I wanted to give back as well to that and the troops and stuff, and then share my music with them and share my love of music as well. So
one thing that stood out to me about your shows is you do the have the whole group say Aloha together. So
oh yeah.
where did that come from? Why did that thing start?
Because now that you know and you got to know who I am, I'm all about family, and we don't have to be like brothers, by birth or anything like that. And it's just my Hawaiian background, and also my military background of just being like one family. You know what I mean?
Well, that's awesome, man. So big things I'm certain are in store for the Becker Band in the future. And then you can check out the Becker Band online at I believe it's thebeckerband.com. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you're also on Facebook at the Becker Band. So if you have any interest in supporting a great musician, a great guy, and a band that's out there to support veterans and to put some positivity in the world, go check those guys out at thebeckerband.com and the Becker Band on Facebook. Hit them up on SoundCloud, share their stuff around, get people talking about this band. They definitely deserve the support.